Hello, my beautiful learners. My name is Mrs. Onyinye, and we are here to talk about adverbs. Everybody repeat it. Say adverbs. Now we want to talk about the meaning of adverbs. An adverb is a word that describes, modifies, or talks more about a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. An adverb often answers questions like how. When we're talking about how, we're talking about how the event happened. And it also talks about when. You don't just talk about how an event happened, but you can also talk about when it happened. Now the adverb not just talk about how, when, but it also talks about when. It also talks about what? When. Yes, very good. It also talks about when. And it also, the last part of it also talks about to what extent. To what extent an event happened. To what extent an event happened. Now let's give an examples of what? How, when, where, and to what extent. Now let's give an example of how it happened. Now the dog barks loudly. The dog barks loudly. The dog barks loudly. Now we know dogs usually bark, but the loudly is actually modifying the word verb. The verb here is what? Barks. Say it again. The verb here is barks. So the loudly is telling us at what extent the dog barked. Now our next example talks about what? The choir sang beautifully. The choir sang beautifully. Now we know we've seen a lot of choirs sing, and sometimes they don't sing beautifully. But now we have heard that some choirs can actually sing beautifully. Yes. So the beautifully is modifying or talking about how the choir sang. And the sang here is our adverb. Yes. Now let's go to our when. We are moving over to our when. Remember we talked about how the what event happened. Now we want to describe how when it happens. Example of when it happens is she will arrive soon. She will arrive soon. Now we know people do arrive from the journey. Yes? Yes, definitely people do arise from their journey. We can say, she just arrived. Yes, she just arrived. It's actually correct. You're trying to make a complete sentence. But now we're actually talking about adverb. And we say adverbs modifies or talks more about a verb. And now we are saying she will arrive soon. The soon is talking more about how she is going to arrive. Very good. Move over to the second example. I will see you tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow. Now I can actually say, I will see you. And I am correct. You can also say, I will see you soon. But now we're talking about what? When. We're also talking about when. When you also have what? Soon and tomorrow. You can actually have yesterday, today, and also include your time. You can also include your time. Time is also talking about what? When. Our time can talk about our when. Very good. Now, I will see you tomorrow. Now tomorrow here is our adverb. Now let's move over to our number 3, which says what? When. Here we're talking about when. Where did the event occur? Where did the event occur? He looked everywhere for his puppy. He looked everywhere for his puppy. Now, where there is talking about where did he look for the puppy. The puppy went missing and he was looking for his puppy. So he looking for the puppy, we can say he looked for the puppy. And you are correct. But now we are trying to modify it. We are trying to give it a sense of what? Meaning. So now you can actually move to what? He looked everywhere for his puppy. Now let's move over to the next example. Now our next example says, put the books over there. Put the books over there. Now I can actually tell you to like, put your books here. Put your books here or take your books over there. Now look at it. Your there here refers to what? Where the event happened. Now let's move over to our fourth and last examples of what? Modifying a verb. Now, to what extent that verb occur? To what extent that verb occur? The extent is actually talking about your adverb, which what modifies or talks or describes the verb. Now, the cake is too sweet for my liking. You can actually say the cake is too sweet, and it's a normal and a correct sentence. But now we are actually talking about what? An adverb, which talks more about the verb. Or it can also talk about adjectives and other adverbs. Now the cake is too sweet for my liking. Your too here is actually your adverb. Now the next example here says what? I'm almost finished with my homework. I'm almost finished with my homework. You can actually say, I'm finished with my homework. And you're done, you're good to go. But adverb that modifies or talks more about a verb, adverb, and adjectives is what? Describing more. Describing more. Telling you more. To what extent at which that event was occurred. So the person, okay, I believe with this we can actually answer or come across whatever what adverbs is given to us. We understand that what an adverb talks about or describes more about a verb, an adjective, and other adverbs. Very good. Now going over to our home task. Here are our home tasks. Fill in the blank space with the correct adverb. Slowly, happily, always, and quickly. Now, with these adverbs given to you, you should use them to what? Fill in the blank spaces. Hope to see you again. Bye-bye.